Hey there guys, so we got a brand new trailer for X-Men Days of Future Past, possibly becoming the most epic comic book movie ever made, but I'm gonna save that judgment until I see the movie in the theater. Now, I've watched this new X-Men trailer a few times throughout the night, and usually when I do it, I'm drinking like a Coca-Cola, eating some Sour Patch Kids. I don't know why, it just feels right. And during that process, I developed a few observations I want to share with you. And the first thought I had when I watched this trailer for the first time was, what's with Magneto pulling a Bane blowing up a sports stadium? So the first thing I noticed when this trailer opened up was like, yeah, this is definitely the most epic X-Men movie ever. Just the opening shot of that big, grand, epic, post-apocalyptic wasteland. I was like, I like that. That's where we need to go. Thank you, Bryan Singer, for finally making the X-Men movie I wanted to see. And on a side note, some of these opening shots almost look like a deleted scene from Prometheus or something. I don't know. Now, spoiler alert, but you can't be mad at me because it looks like the trailer's literally giving it away. In this scene right here, you have one of the Sentinels jumping up behind Storm, stabbing her in the back. And looking at this shot of the Sentinel right there, it's not quite what I expected. Do the new Sentinels have the ability to mutate and change? Like they can make sharp metal objects out of liquid metal like the T-1000 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day? Or do some Sentinels in this movie just walk around the entire time with one pointy arm waiting to stab someone? And in all honesty, if Storm does die early on in this movie, I welcome that. I actually hope that's what does happen because there's other more interesting mutants in this cast of X-Men that I'd rather see have more screen time. Like Colossus, for example. And by the way, speaking of Colossus, you see him a few times throughout the trailer and it's nice to see him actually doing something. By the way, in X-Men 2, the only thing he got to do was break down a wall and carry a TV up to a room. That was it. Now, I do have one nitpicky thing to mention about this trailer, and it's in one shot where Mystique's transforming, and I've never liked that transformation that Mystique did in the movies sometimes. It looks like an outdated visual effect. It looks like one of those transitions you have on some cheap editing program you buy from Best Buy for like $25. Now, one of the most interesting shots I noticed in this trailer was it looks like Magneto is controlling Sentinels. You see him flying out of the fog. All these Sentinels, they're not really attacking him. They're kind of going with the flow. So I think I've heard this somewhere before, but in one of the past comic book storylines, doesn't Magneto try to control the Sentinels? I think maybe I heard that somewhere. I'm not quite sure. Either way, it looks like it's what's happening, and I think that might be a plot point in the movie. Now, one of the coolest things I noticed in this trailer, and the pun will make sense in a minute, was Iceman finally gets to do his ice slide / bridge. And I think people have been waiting for the Iceman to actually be able to use his powers, and it's nice to see him do it in this movie. Now, in this quick shot right here, you have one of the Sentinels doing a heat blast from his face. That is a Sentinel, right? Because it looks nothing like one, but I'm not angry. You know, maybe I'm just slightly disappointed. Maybe that's what Sentinels look like in the future post-apocalyptic wasteland. But I'll hold off judgment until I see the movie. As far as a movie trailer goes, it seemed like this threw everything you needed in there. It had the drama, it had the emotion, it had the big epic grand action shots. It showed little tidbits to get you interested. And it also shows that they are utilizing other X-Men characters rather than just making this another Wolverine movie in the game. So I'm gonna give this new trailer a flick yeah. That's my new rating system. I'm still working on it. And by the way, if you guys already subscribed to me here on the Flickpit channel, I have another channel called John Flickster, linked down below. Anyway, I've started this new weekly series. It's called Movie Night. It's where I go down in the Flick Cave, my basement. We talk about new Blu-rays, movies I watched over the past week. It has some epic weird stuff like this. Yeah, that was my epic elbow drop. Anyway, the link to that channel is down below. Please subscribe to it. Join me for weekly movie nights, and another thing I do, Q&As. Those get a little bit intense, dark, weird, and scary all at the same time, but they're fun. Yeah, so link to that channel down below. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and give me your thoughts on this new X-Men Days of Future Past trailer down below in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.